right, just stand back.
Careful. I'm just trying to make a coffee. You want one?
Yes, all right, but just be careful.
Oh, it's just for you and me. I don't know when the others are going to be back.
Right.
Just be careful down here. Excuse me. I'm going to have to do something about it. Oh!
Right?
Yeah. Thanks.
Bit of milk?
Yep.
Watch yourself. It's hot. Yeah, we should do something about it.
The kettle?
Yeah, milk works off.
Hi. I need to talk to a police officer, please.
Right, well, I'm Senior Detective Asher.
Nice to meet you.
So, what can I do for you?
I'm being stalked.
Well, why do you say that, Miss...
I'm sorry, Debbie. Debbie DeLorean. Mr. Hashem, was it?
Yes, that's right.
It's just not very...
Come through to my office, Mr. DeLorean.
Yep,
Thank you.
that's quite all right. Younger sister, is it?
Morning.
Right, any heavy breathing?
No, they just hang up. It's happened every night this week.
Oh, excuse me. You forgot something. Your coffee.
Thank you very much. Have you ever had phone calls like this before?
No, and I've also had the feeling I'm being watched.
Yeah? But did you actually see anyone?
Well, when I went to put the rubbish out last night, someone was in my backyard. They took off when I opened the door.
Did you get a look at him?
No, it was too dark.
Well, it might be an idea to get a monitor on your phone, Mr. DeLorean.
That would be good.
Here's the number. He'll fix you up.
Thank you, Mr. Hashem.
Would you like a coffee?
That would be lovely. Black with a teaspoon. Thanks.
She's in the paper.
Who is?
Debbie DeLorean. She's in the Miss Mount Thomas quest. Her strap broke during the swimsuit parade. Listen to this. Every inch a true professional. Miss DeLorean maintains a serene composure and a dazzling smile as she strides the catwalk, unfazed by a recalcitrant strap.
Strap broke. Give me a look at that.
Look at that.
Adam, it's not judged on beauty alone. This thing, it's a fundraiser.
That's right. Just below where the strap broke, you can see it's for a mobile X-ray unit for the hospital.
Yeah, but they have to be beautiful, I mean.
Of course they do, Margaret. Can you imagine some ugly pug with a head like a pig dog waving out the back of a... They've got to be beautiful, I'm afraid.
Here, Adam, get your mind above your navel.
Hey.
Do something useful. Get the kettle fixed, huh?
What?
Stick that on McKinley's desk, will you?
Yeah. Where is Dash?
He's running an important errand for me. I just ran into Richard Elliott out the front. He said I should get some photos done of Sam. What do you reckon?
Who's Richard Elliott?
He's the Gazette photographer to the stars.
Something like that, maybe?
Yeah, I know they make nice Christmas cards, boss. It's a good idea. What's Richard Elliott doing out the front?
He's on his way to a job, I suppose. He had all his gear with him.
I've been getting a lot of publicity lately because of the quest.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so maybe the calls are from someone who's seen me in the paper or something.
There you go, Donna.
Oh, Debbie. Oh, thanks.
You listed in the phone book?
Not yet. Haven't been here long enough.
Then it'll be somebody who knows your number.
Oh, yeah.
Were you giving it to anybody recently?
No, don't think so.
Have you spoken to any strangers lately?
Oh, not any more than usual. I mean, it's a pretty friendly town. Guys often talk to me. You know how it is. I do get weird looks sometimes, though.
What do you mean, weird looks?
I don't know. They just stare. Happens all the time. Watching my weight.
Debbie, do you need a sponsor to be in the quest?
Yes, my boss, Ron Marsh, is my sponsor. Well, the business is. I do part-time reception at Born Beautiful.
Ah, yeah, the furniture restoration place.
I'd love to win. First prize is an introduction to a top Melbourne modelling agency and a free portfolio shoot.
Have you done any modelling before?
Well, yes, but not seriously. I did a couple of casual jobs for a private studio.
Which place is that?
Oh, Richard Elliott's here in town.
Right, Mr. Lorien, we'll get around to your place sometime today and check it out.
Sure. Come over now if you like. I've been given a couple of days off work.
Getting ready for the big finals, eh?
Thanks again, Detective Hasham. See you soon. Thanks for the coffee.
Not a problem. Bye-bye.
Must have been a bit hard to concentrate in there,
Mind
mate.
out of the gutter, Cooper.
I guess the hardest part was trying to figure out which bit to look at first.
Oh, I don't think that's the hardest part,
So
mate.
predictable.
Too right we are. Shocking.
Sorry. Guess what?
What?
I've locked my keys in my car.
What a shame, but never mind, Mr. Lorien, because Senior Constable Nicholas Schultz is at your service. Now, which one's your car, Mr. Lorien? Ready?
That's nice, Dad. Big smile. Big smile. Go on, Schultz, give us a smile.
No, put that away with you.
Thank you. That's it. Together, closer.
You want to put that away, mate? I'll shove up your...
I had a bad feeling about this beauty contest. I voted against it at the last meeting. Big beauty parade. They bring out the worst perverts in the area. We've already had 3 reports of snow dropping from clothes. Oh, bloody kidding.
Yes, well, it's a smorgasbord for
And
divos.
popping swimsuit straps don't help either.
Beast to honey.
Boss, I think Sam would make a cute little elf.
Thank you.
Morning. Morning.
You go.
Here is your 1,000 calorie custard pie, Tom.
Thank you very much, Big Mouth.
Oh, important errand, hey, boss.
All right, I'm having a day off cholesterol counting. It's the last I want to hear about it, thank you. PJ, the last thing Rotary needs with this beauty quest is any hiccups. Could you get onto it as soon as possible? Take Doyle with you when you
Go
go.
on my way.
Hey, you should have seen the photo session outside.
Hey, photo session.
With Richard Elliott?
Photographer still out there, mate?
No, he's gone. Hey, how's that custard tart going down?
Elliott obviously was waiting for Miss Lorien.
Oh, bees the honey.
She has an incredible flair for self-promotion.
You can't afford to be judgmental, Mag. She's obviously very afraid.
Oh, afraid of losing the contest, perhaps.
Debbie DeLorean getting Harris.
You know, I wonder who the boss is trying to protect by sending me, you or Debbie.
I'll go if you want, Mags.
No, Adam, I don't think so. I think that it's probably more integral we have some female input into this case.
Wait, you know this Debbie DeLorean?
No. I know some of the other contestants though, but she's an out-of-towner, I think.
I suppose someone as gorgeous as her gets hassled all the time.
Wouldn't know.
Well, you wouldn't, would you?
Hey, Nick, why do blondes keep a coat hanger on the back seat of their car?
In case they lock their keys in the car.
It must be tough being one of the chosen ones, Margaret.
It can be hard, Nick. Detective, you ready?
Oh, yes, they're just lovely to photograph at that age. I'm sure you'll be pleased with them. And it's a nice layout you've chosen, Sergeant. Elves are very popular for Christmas cards.
And you supply the little what's the cap and what have you?
Oh, yes, I've got all that. Look, you're more than welcome to pop over, have a look at the studio before the session, if you like.
Oh, thanks, Richard. I might just do that. Oh, by the way, were you working when I saw you at the front this morning? You had all your gear with you.
I was, as a matter of fact. I got a nice shot of one of those Miss Mount Thomas girls out the front here.
How did you know she was going to be here?
I can't reveal my sources, Sergeant. You know how it is.
Then he ran down the side there and out to the street.
He.
Well, yeah, whoever.
Well, can we have a look inside, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
The first time I felt someone was around, I was in my bedroom. That's when I noticed a couple of my things had been moved.
Yeah, what things?
Well, my dresser drawers were open a little, and the clothes I left on the chair were on the floor.
Oh, anything missing?
I don't think so, but someone was definitely in here. Gives me the creeps.
Debbie, why didn't you tell us any of this before?
Too nervous, I guess.
Excuse me. Debbie, this window, do you always leave it open when you go out?
Oh, I know I should lock it. I grew up in the country, you see. I forget that girls are so vulnerable in town.
Well, I'm sure you'll be a lot more cautious next time, won't you?
Where in the country, Deb?
Oh, up on the Murray.
Where exactly?
A little place called Cobram.
Ah, Cobram, I know the place. You, been in Mount Thomas long, have you?
A couple of months.
What brought you here?
Just needed a change. And it's pretty.
You made many friends since you've been here?
A few.
Same boyfriend all the time?
Yep. I started going out with Daryl soon after I moved here.
Daryl, that would be what? Daryl Sinclair works for the local council, you say? Mm-hmm. Right.
No, I was at training last night.
Oh, Debbie obviously didn't tell you about the stalker then.
No.
You're a boyfriend though, aren't you, Daryl?
Yeah. Wonder why she didn't.
Well, you got any idea who this bloke could be, mate?
No. Oh, I guess some blokes do anything to have a girl like Debbie.
Like Debbie?
Oh, she's pretty good looking and all that.
The figures show that stalkers usually known to their victims, mate.
Yeah.
And it doesn't bother you that other blokes check her out?
Nah, as long as they just look.
Right. Thanks for your time, Daryl.
Yeah, right. No worries.
Okay.
Thanks again.
Well, he's no rocket scientist.
Who needs to be when you look like that? Look at his body.
Oh, you think he's got a good body? Well built?
Oh, yeah, don't you?
Oh, I'm not in the habit of noticing blokes, Doyle.
Oh, I see. I see.
Sorry?
Oh,
Debbie's been with us a couple of months now. Answers the phones, meets and greets
Okay.
the customers. You know, that sort of thing, nothing too involved. It's good for business. You know what I mean?
Did you ever mention anything about a prowler or a stalker?
No, not to me. But then, why would she? We have a strictly business-like relationship.
You married, Mr. Marsh?
Happily. 2 beautiful girls and another one on the way.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thanks for your time.
Anytime. Look, anything I can do to help.
thank you.
Quite sure about the happily married bit.
Oh, he's probably just drooling over Debbie like the rest of you.
Drooling? Who's drooling?
You are, but it wouldn't suit you.
Yeah, born beautiful. Sandra worked her butt off to make it the success that it is.
So she's there a lot, is she, Chris?
Oh, she was for the first couple of years. She did everything from sales to the accounts, but then the twins came along and now I think she's pretty well a full-time mum.
Is she happy about that?
Oh, well, I don't know if she's happy or unhappy. Ron's a bit of a worry, though. Ladies' man.
Hi. Chris, the lunch is ready.
Be back in a tick.
I wonder if young Debbie only answers the phones, you know what I mean?
She seems ambitious enough to do anything.
You really think she's putting it on, don't you?
Well, PJ, I'm aware that there are certain people who will use their appearance to manipulate others.
What's she manipulating? Who's she manipulating?
Oh, for starters, you, Nick.
Oh, get out of it.
No. I find it very interesting that during the interview, the only thing she seemed really concerned with was finding her artificial sweetener.
Mags, she's worried about harassing phone calls and a prowler in her backyard.
That's right, the prowler. She eventually got around to mentioning that, like she eventually got around to mentioning the fact that someone was in her bedroom.
Maybe she's a bit vague.
Oh, a damsel in distress, you believe?
Just do my job, Doily.
You could try doing it without your tongue hanging out.
The tongue wasn't hanging out, number one. Number two, if it was, it's because when I was a kid, my mum said it used to happen when I was concentrating.
And you're still a big kid, right?
That's my story.
You stick to it.
Hey. Yep.
Here you go.
I got it.
So, thanks, Chris. After you.
See ya.
There you go, you young bucks.
Oh,
You don't have to be alone.
thank you.
again,
Hey, I
big
wonder
buster
who's in the
like
competition.
you.
Did you know that 40% of stalkers are actually women, apparently?
Well, is there anyone there that's capable, what do you call it, obsessive competitiveness?
Yeah. Cheryl Larson. Did you know she deliberately tripped me up in the 100-metre sprint on prize day a couple of years ago?
Which one? That one. She is very cute.
Hey! Scare off your rivals?
Oh, no need. He left them all here at the station.
Oh, I still reckon you should have taken me instead of Maggie.
Grow up, Adam.
No, Margaret, size doesn't matter. We're repeatedly told that.
Where's the boss? We got his lunch.
Oh, I think he's showing Leslie that brochure of Sam's elf photos.
So, did you find anything interesting at Debbie DeLorean's place?
Anything titillating? Is that what you mean, Adam?
Don't be fooled by all the veneer boys.
Well, what, you reckon she's faking it?
Well, she wouldn't be the first girl to fake it. You know what I think? I think the whole thing is a publicity stunt. Why else would there be photographers waiting out the front?
Then perhaps we should have a chat to Richard Elliott.
Now you're talking.
No, well, I'll deal with this, Constable Cooper.
Hi.
Hi, Miss DeLorean. What can I do for you?
Well, actually, I'd feel more comfortable talking to her, if that's all right.
Good on you. Well, actually, that'll be fine. I'm sure Constable Doyle would love to talk to you. Constable Doyle?
Thank you. Mr. Dorian, how can I help? After you left,
I found this when I took my washing off the line, and 2 other pairs have been stolen.
Slashed? God's sake, PJ, what next?
Yeah, well, boss, the underwear's been sent off to forensic and they'll be able to determine what implement was used in the cutting.
Do it through the disc office, if there's any locals with an MO for this sort of thing.
Right.
We're going to have to start taking this seriously.
We should set up an OP.
Prowlers, a phone call, now this. We're not careful enough with a sexual assault. Schultz?
Yes?
We're setting up an OP at Debbie's tonight. Get on to St David's, will you? Tell them we're going to need extra troops for this function tomorrow night.
All right.
On my way to the OP, boss.
That's enough, thank you, Cooper. Take McKinley with you.
Good up.
Still think she's faking it?
I really appreciate you being here. I feel a lot safer than having you outside in the car. Sorry, I'm out of milk.
Oh, don't worry, Black's fine.
That's all right, I'll pass. Well, it must be nearly midnight.
Oh, I really love a cup of tea. Any chance you could duck down to the servo and pick up some milk for me?
Look, I'll go.
Sure.
Excuse me, thank you. You want skinny or chubby? Don't tell me skinny.
Oh, hold on, I'll give you some money.
Yep.
Will she be okay?
Oh, no, don't worry about her. No one's going to touch her. You just go about your usual routine, Mr. Lawyer. What did you do that for?
Did you hear that?
Oh.
There's someone out there. I'm sure I saw someone.
You go park yourself on the couch, you'll be right. Hey!
Nick?
Yeah?
Nick, you alright? Where's Debbie?
Mount Thomas 203 portable to VKC. I'm at 5 Duncan Avenue, Mount Thomas. I need an ambulance. Member's been assaulted. Debbie! 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 You're right. We have a possible abduction. Miss Debbie DeLorean, slight blonde female, early 20s, 160 centimetres. Please notify crime scene and send Detective Hashim immediately.
All right, now, let me get this straight. Nick says he was chasing someone.
A bloke.
But no idea who.
No, it was pitch black.
And he was definitely hit from behind.
Yep, so it's got to be at least two of them.
So now we've got an abduction and an assault.
Well, what do you want us to do now?
You liaise with St David's.
Yeah, SRS are coming, roadblocks are in place. Well, where's McKinley?
Oh, she's travelling back from the hospital now. Sure, here she is.
All right, you two get over to Daryl Sinclair's.
So how is he?
Check out.
He seems okay. He's stirring up the hospital staff, so you know. Zoe Hamilton doesn't think that he's got concussion, but she wants to keep him an overnight, just in case.
Oh, I can hear her snapping on the latex as we speak.
Hello. Do you want to go to Granddad?
Come on.
We'll go.
Time we went home, I think.
See you, Samuel. His horse pipes are cold.
Yeah?
Good evening. I'm Constable Maggie Doyle from Mount Thomas Police, and this is Constable Dash McKinley. Sorry to disturb you.
Yeah, I was asleep.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, you're the copper I met yesterday.
That's right. Daryl, Debbie DeLorean went missing this evening. We were wondering if you could give us any information as to her whereabouts.
What? Debbie's missing?
That's right. Do you know where she is?
No.
Mr. Marsh, why was your car engine warm?
I don't know. Perhaps the cat was sleeping on it.
Oh, must be a big cat. So let's go over this again, shall we? What time did you go to bed?
10:30. I told you. I did get up a bit later when one of the girls came in, Isabel. She couldn't sleep. She got in and I got out.
Where'd you go?
The spare room. I often do. 4-year-old twins, Detective. You got kids?
No.
Just impossible to sleep.
What about your wife? Does she drive the Porsche?
Sandra? She's pregnant. Wouldn't fit behind the steering wheel. No. She drives a station wagon.
You went over to Debbie DeLorean's, didn't you, mate? Righto, Constable, get Mr. Marsh here a cup of coffee, please. It's going to be a long night.
He's still here.
Well, he's lying. He won't give fingerprints. He denies taking the car out.
How
There's something.
closely involved is he with this DeLorean?
He says it's just a professional relationship.
All right. You better get home and get some sleep.
Oh, no, I'm all right, boss.
Listen, I want you on duty this evening.
At the quest?
Hey, boss. Mrs. Marsh is outside. She wants to know where her husband is.
One of the girls couldn't sleep, so she came into our bed.
And what time was that, Mrs. Marsh?
Oh, about midnight, I think. So Ron got up and went to the other room to sleep. He often does that.
Can you guarantee that he didn't go out?
No, I can't. When I went to take Isabel back to her bed, I checked the spare room. He wasn't there.
And where did he go?
I know about him and Debbie. I mean, not that I blame her. Not entirely. He's just like that with women. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's worse because I'm pregnant. Anyhow, I know they're having an affair.
Does he know that you know about Debbie?
No.
She knows?
Well, she also knows you left the house around midnight last night.
She said she'd leave me if I had another affair.
Mr. Marsh, we need to know what happened last night. Did you visit Debbie?
No. Well, I did drive past her house, just to make sure that she was all right. What with all this stalking business going on. So I swung by there. But when I saw the place was swarming with the police, I came home. That's the truth.
Then why didn't you let us take your fingerprints?
Because they would have been all over Debbie's place, and I didn't want Sandra to find out.
Right, we'll be in touch, Mr. Marsh.
So what time do they finish up again?
I feel very sorry for her. That bloke is trash.
Well, it makes sense why he lied.
So he's not involved?
He's sleeping with Debbie, but I don't think that he abducted her.
But what about the wife?
Nah, she was home all night.
Search and rescue updated?
As far as we know, they were at the Gardner property. Mrs. Gardner reported a vehicle parked near a dam. She heard a boot open and close, then heard a splash.
Well, I still don't believe there was an abduction, a stalker, or a prowler.
What about the slashed underwear?
Well, boss, yesterday when we were at Debbie's place, I didn't see any underwear on the line, did you?
Nope.
And lacy knickers are pretty hard to miss, aren't they?
Yeah. Now I've just got on to the other contestants and I'm going to speak to Cheryl Larson this afternoon after the rehearsal.
Hi, everybody. Sir Winslow at your service.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be in bed?
How's your head?
I can do anything but abseiling. Look at that, will you? Make the front page.
Stalked and abducted.
Yeah, you have to give Mum a ring, I think.
Police protection fails beauty queen kidnapped during night of terror.
It's a shame, isn't it? But how are the readers supposed to know who the beauty queen is and who is the night of terror?
How did they get this? I mean, what time were you attacked?
Oh, I think it was just after midnight.
So how did they get this story? I mean, wouldn't they gone to press by then?
What do you mean? They're psychics. They knew about it before it happened.
Boss, it's a setup. Yeah, the whole thing stinks.
Well, young Debbie's not smelling so sweet, that's for sure.
Well, what's the bet? She turns up tonight, just before the final judging.
Look, if this turns out to be a stunt, I will want to see her charged.
Me too.
Here, Sergeant. Let me show you some more of my work.
You know Debbie DeLorean, don't you?
I can't say I know her. I photographed her.
So you're fairly prolific. I rang the Gazette. They told me you gave them the abduction story.
Yeah. Good scoop, eh? It was only going to be a story about her being stalked until the last minute.
Really? How did you find out about the abduction?
On police media liaison.
What time?
What?
When did you call media liaison?
About 1 o'clock, I think.
1 o'clock this morning.
Married to the job. Want to join the force, Sergeant?
Is that right? Yeah, Nick, can you check whether media liaison were open last night? Unless, of course, you know their hours.
Well, no, I think they've changed recently, haven't they? They close shop between, 11 p.m. and either 4 or 5 a.m.
Well, you think Elliot's lying?
He reckons he got the abduction story from media liaison at 1 o'clock this morning.
I'm just checking on your hours of operation last night. All right, thanks very much. No, they were definitely closed.
Instead of which, he got the story from Debbie herself.
Which means that this whole abduction thing has been staged for our benefit.
Exactly. So, what have we got?
Well, no crime at all.
Oh, you think I knocked myself out, do you?
All right, assault police.
You?
And false report, if you're right.
I'm right. She staged her own abduction. She got him lured out of the house, had him whacked over
Now,
the
I'm
back.
telling you here and now, there was someone in the backyard.
See, an accomplice.
Possibly two. Take a couple of people to get through that thick's gone right,
Thank
mate.
you very
Right,
much.
get on the crime scene. Will you see if they've come up with a weapon yet?
All right, I'll do that for
All
you.
right. Two accomplices. Who?
All right, well, we've got the bimbo boyfriend who was at home asleep, and then we have the photographer who's already been implicated, and of course Ron Marsh, who was sleeping with her. It's the least he could do.
Anything more from SRS?
Well, they've searched the Gardner property and they've got nothing. They've gone as far east as the Layla property and they're heading south now.
It might be worth another visit to Elliot.
Mm-hmm.
Check his movements last night.
Hey, Daryl.
Yeah, hi.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you heard anything about Debbie.
No, mate, no news as yet, sorry.
Darryl, we will let you know when we hear
All right.
anything.
Thanks.
See ya.
No, I'll pass that on. Hey, Dad, you want to know? They found the weapon that was used. It's a cast iron frying pan that was used to assault me.
Hey?
Cast iron,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Made in Taiwan.
They couldn't even be bothered to find a made an Australian one, eh?
Shocking. Righto, Doyle, let's go.
Okay.
We know you're lying, Richard. Media liaison wasn't open then. So either you were around at the time of the abduction, or someone informed you. Which was it?
I've already told Tom Croydon. I can't reveal my source.
You ever stalked Debbie's place?
I don't even know where she lives.
Mr. Elliot, Debbie mentioned you've taken some modelling shots of her. Could we see those, please?
That I can do.
Thank you.
You must understand these were taken under totally professional circumstances.
Well, this girl's life could be in danger, Richard. So tell us where the tip-off came from.
I have professional ethics to stand by.
All right. Well, we'll call you as a witness to any hearing. Of course, it'll be public.
And we'll be taking these as evidence, Mr. Elliot. Any objections?
Whatever.
When you're ready, Detective.
Beef or salmon?
Delivery service. Good on you, Chrissy. I'll take beef. I'm not very fussy.
Oh, maybe that's your problem, Pete. Life isn't just grab any old sandwich, gulp it down and get back to work straight away, you know.
What are you talking about? You changing the menu or something?
Look, a mate of mine's opened this just down the road. It's fantastic. French food, slight Asian flavour. Just the sort of food that Maggie loves.
Oh, here we go.
Invite her out. It's called a date.
I can make my own dates.
She won't knock you back. And don't give me that, oh, we're just good friends routine either. Candlelight, soft music, she'll love it.
Oh, hello.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm looking for my beef sandwich, actually.
Salmon.
What are you smoking about?
Oh, am I smoking?
Hey, smoking.
Oh, I've got some goss on Debbie from the other contestants. Apparently, she lied about her age. She's not 21, she's 25.
Well, that makes sense. We want to be as old as 25.
And she was married to this guy in Cobram. It's a dairy town out on the border up there.
Yes.
It's the home of the Peaches and Cream Festival.
Oh, well, I can see her as the peaches and cream queen.
Oh, well, her married name was Stumbles.
Oh, Debbie Stumbles. No wonder she got a divorce.
Oh, the big goss is she's having it off with her sponsor, Ron Marsh.
Old news, Dash. So how are the other girls reacting to her disappearance?
Well, let's just say that they're all expecting her to turn up to the judging tonight.
Ah, there you go. Not as silly as they look after all.
All right, you lot. Come on, get on with it. Stunt or no stunt, I want this girl found.
Mrs. Gardner's report turned out to be a sack full of drowned kittens.
Surprise, surprise.
You just don't give up, do you, Dawn?
No, I don't. You know, Detective, all you have to do tonight is wait for Miss DeLorean to turn up and arrest her while she's accepting her crown.
We should have a bet on that.
She wouldn't let a little odd abduction stand in the way of fame and fortune.
What do you got in
I'll
mind?
think of something.
Maybe a little French restaurant.
What?
The bet. I reckon he's going to take you out to a little French restaurant.
Yeah, right.
No, I heard him planning it with Chris before.
All right, that up. There's been an assault.
Well, I was out in the showroom and I saw the guy come in. He just charged straight in here. Next thing, there was all this yelling and thumping and poor Ron's on the ground. The guy was in a terrible rage. He was mumbling and crying and he just took off.
Can you describe him?
Bloody Darryl Sinclair.
I was angry.
Angry about what?
Well, him. He's a slime ball. Told Debbie to watch him.
Why is that?
He's a shifty bastard. And he's married.
What's him being married got to do with it? I mean, Debbie knows all about married men. She was married once herself. Do you know about Debbie's affair with Ron Marsh, Darryl?
Only since this afternoon when I was in here before. I heard you all talking about it.
You had no suspicion that it was happening before then?
Well, yeah. I was a bit sus.
Bit sus. Do you ever phone Debbie's house to check up on her?
Rang her a few times to see if she was home, yeah.
I reckon you might be Debbie's stalker, Darryl.
No. But you should ask Ron Marsh about that. I should have killed that bastard.
Enough trouble as it is, Darryl. So, what do you know about Debbie's disappearance?
In what way?
Well, I think that you and Debbie plotted this so-called abduction. You assaulted a police officer.
Look, it wasn't like that.
Do you want to tell me how it was, Darryl?
Look, I love her, okay? We were planning on getting married.
You still going to do that, mate?
I don't know. Yeah. Of course I will. I'm not saying anything else.
Constable, you take Mr. Sinclair to the cells, please. We'll give you some time to think.
This is not a junket, Cooper.
No, boss.
You are not there to perv on young women, understood?
Yes, boss, yes.
And if Debbie DeLorean should happen to turn up, let me know straight away.
Yep, righto.
What is that?
It's just a tucker for the hothead in the cell. This is what I've got to taste and see if we can...
Bon appetit, Darryl. Oh, forensic call. The hair on the base of the frying pan matches yours.
Yeah, well, I didn't need forensic to tell me that, did I?
How is the head?
Nah, it's not worth the embarrassment of wearing the turban. Actually, if I moan, do I get off watch house duty at all?
Oh, sympathy is in the dictionary somewhere between sook and unemployed.
Well, you could have frog's legs, garlic snails.
Leave it, Dash.
Don't you like fresh food?
No, it's not going to happen. Me and PJ, it's not like that.
Maggie, you don't see the way that he looks at you every day.
End
all
of
the
conversation. Would you like another water? Good.
Time. Girl can't have too much water.
Chris, excuse me, can I have another water and another orange juice, please?
Sure. Where are the rest of the troops? Don't tell me they've all gone to the Miss Mount Thomas quest.
Yeah, on duty, would you believe?
What, even PJ?
Yeah, especially PJ. He's got some lead on this case that he wants to follow up.
Of course, he doesn't need to be interested in other beautiful young women, does he?
Don't you start, Chris. I've just been talking to her for an hour about the whole thing.
Guess what, Max? You were wrong. Debbie didn't show.
They disqualified her in her absence. Let's go back to the station.
Tough luck, you lose your bet.
PJ, wait, a word, please.
Go on, get back there. Giggle puss.
I guess I owe you a French dinner.
See? All you have to do is sit back and wait for the call. I'll book it for you.
How you going, Sess?
All right.
So now she's really been abducted?
Yep, looks that way.
So was it a stunt or wasn't it?
Oh, it could have been a stunt gone wrong.
Oh, you don't give up,
Look,
do you?
she conned some poor bloke into helping her stage an abduction. Then for some reason he can't get out to let her out and it...
He's in the lockup.
Darryl.
Yeah, Darryl, it fits.
But his engine was cold.
Yeah, but he only lives a few blocks away.
Right, so they go there on foot.
And then they wait until after we've talked to them and then they drive off to their little hideaway.
Did you search the premises?
Yeah, we looked inside.
We've got two choices. We can either belt it out of Darryl.
Thank you, Nick.
Or we can let him go and we can follow him.
Why don't I think of that?
Get onto the dogs.
Right. I stand tough. Unbelievable.
What is?
What happened?
Darryl went straight home, put on his jammies and hasn't stirred since.
So he's not our abductor then?
No, after years, he's a pretty cool customer.
Darryl?
Have a chat to Richard Elliott.
Why, Richard? Why not Ron Marsh as well?
Oh, because we know that Richard had a deal with her about the publicity. Maybe he's taken it one step further and started wielding frying pans.
Yeah, but why would he renege on the deal?
Debbie probably knocked him back. You had a look at him lately?
Yeah, but he's her tame photographer.
Let's look at those photographs.
Yeah, they're over here.
Let's have a peek at them. What do they like, eh?
Not hiding much.
Oi.
What's she lying on?
A tiger skin.
Well, that must be uncomfortable. Oh, I see. That's the tiger's tail
Oh, the
popping up
guy's
there.
definitely kinky. What is this? She's the engine driver or
Yeah,
something?
the totally naked engine.
No, she's wearing stilettos.
Oh, she's more like the fat controller.
Yeah, get out of it.
Bit of a disappointment, really, isn't it, really? Oh, look at that one, yeah.
What is it?
Look, that's the old weighbridge there. That's the old clock. These aren't the rail... I mean, these are the rail yards, but they're the old ones.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be a bad place to hide somebody.
Mate, you check the shed. We'll have a look over here, eh? Debbie!
Debbie?
Debbie!
Provisions here, I see.
Oh, well, can we just get out of here, please?
All right, we're going to pick up Elliot.
Elliot? Wasn't him?
I was supposed to phone you early last night, disguise my voice and tell you where she was, but I couldn't.
Yeah, because you were here.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything to you guys because I didn't want Debbie to get into trouble.
Well, she reckons she's got nothing to do with it. Says you were jealous. You didn't want her to go into the competition, so you locked her up.
Oh, no, yeah, right, that's what happened.
How'd you know about the place?
What place?
The Weybridge.
I didn't. Debbie showed me.
Oh, okay, so you drove and she navigated?
Yeah.
How could she navigate? She was bound and gagged.
She wouldn't have even been able to point.
I speak.
Debbie was worried about winning the contest. She asked me to help her with a publicity stunt.
So you helped fake the kidnapping?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I hung around outside her house that night. She gave me a signal with the curtains and then we ran out the back. Took off to my place.
All right, so you took off together, but the police were there?
Yeah.
Well, who hit Senior Constable Schultz, Darryl?
I didn't.
Who did?
Dunno.
Was it Debbie? All right, so you took off together?
Yeah, we went back to my place. She told me to jump into bed and wait till she and another one came round. Then we drove out to the yards, we set it up. The next day, I thumped Ron Marsh and you locked me up.
Darryl, you really should have told us where she was. You had every opportunity.
Yeah, I know. But you know, you mentioned she was married before. She never told me that.
That made you angry, huh?
No, confused. So I got thinking, if she misses the judging, maybe she'd stop all the fancy ideas of becoming famous and marry me. You think she'll forgive me?
He's sick. I had nothing to do with it. He's talking crap.
Yeah? Well, Darryl claims you're the one who knew about the rail yard, Debbie.
Never been there in my life.
No? Well, I doubt that he would have gone with you on this particular occasion, eh? And look at this. The headlines, you made it. You were the one who tipped off Richard Elliot, weren't you?
Now, where'd you get the strength to lift a cast-iron frying pan like that, eh?
Lifting milk cans on the dairy farm. I just wanted to win. I worked so hard for it. I deserved it. I'm beautiful.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Mr. Lorian. Unfortunately, we, the police, take a very dim view of people who go around assaulting other officers and making false reports. However beautiful you are.
Here you go, young fella. Here's your new and improved pin-up girl. Miss Mount Thomas, 1996. Miss Cheryl Larson. Not as sexy as the other one, but from what I hear, she's got a very nice personality.
Well, I prefer the other one.
So did Darryl.
Yep.
Oh, now I feel sorry for him being pulled into Debbie's web like that. I think he's actually a very decent bloke.
Well, he's got, you know what? He's got a beautiful left hook, good in a running vase.
He, PJ, is a very simple soul who has been cruelly manipulated.
Well, simple, I will buy Maggie, but you know what? He was a stalker, right? And he kept denying he was a stalker because he didn't know what it meant.
Only because he was paranoid about losing the woman that he loves.
Love it. It's all about love in the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like at the end of it, isn't it?
Do you reckon they'll get chucked in the slammer?
No, some bored old judge who got an eye full of Debbie or Darryl, and they'll probably get off with a good behaviour bond.
Hey, where's the boss?
The boss went over to St David's to pick up young Sam's baby photos, the Santa photo. But I tell you what, not before he left us a new kettle.
What happened to Richard Elliott?
He gave him the flick. I don't know why, though. Young Richard would have done a wonderful job with baby Sam. I think, you know, the tiger skin and the stilettos, the choo-choo trains.
Lovely. You know what, Nicholas, I can honestly say that's the most beautiful jug I've ever seen.
Really, Patrick. Would you like a cup of tea? Is that
Love
again?
one. Thank you.
Cup of tea, Margaret?
Please.
Thank you, Adam. You want one?
Of course, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, Mags, I forgot to tell you, Elliot is going to come to make a state.
Oh, is he? Oh, and Forensics sent back the report on Debbie's underwear. She did it with her own kitchen knife. You know, I find it incredible that someone can cause so much havoc just because the way he or she may look. Don't you agree, Nick?
Maggie, can I have a minute?
Yep.
Why are there no dumb brunettes?
Peroxide.
Why are blonde jokes so short?
So men can remember them?
That's a bit offensive, isn't it?
It's all set. Sorry? I checked the restaurant. You have a reservation for 2 under the name of Hashem, 7:30 tonight.
Oh, you're joking.
Maggie, you have to be in it to win it.
No, but I'm supposed to be taking him.
So he's a sweet old-fashioned guy. All you have to do is say yes.
Well, yes. No, I don't know. I mean, I haven't made a decision about what I'm
Maggie,
doing
trust me,
yet.
I checked.
Are you sure?
He'll phone.
One large beer, thanks, Chris.
What are you doing here?
Oh, she didn't call.